I am never getting married.
Never.
Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent David Smith in Clymer or Bill Thompson in Indiana.
And you guys, and so did they, showed a lot of resilience. You know, they didn't get down at all, or is that something you guys worked on?
That's something that started at the end of last year and worked all the way through the preseason, or like the off season and things like that. And that is just relentless effort. You have to continue to play. Over the last 2 seasons, we just had too many games that got away from us late and lost. And tonight we found a way to win. And like I told the kids, based on what we went through the last 2 seasons, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we had a lot of self-inflicted wounds tonight. We're going to enjoy the victory. That's a really good football team. We're very fortunate the way that we played this evening to come out with a victory. And Northern Cambria, again, great opponent, very big. They got some outstanding football players. The number 44 was, he was fantastic. At times, it's probably fun to watch him and Elijah put on a linebacking show tonight, but they definitely did that.
And Colin Smith showed his ability tonight to step up and kind of take over the game if you need him to. What do you have to say about him?
Well, we can't wait for him to do that. He's got to do that all the time, and he made big plays when he had to. Ignited us in the first half with a big kickoff return, and then got us going, got in the end zone. But obviously he's a dual threat, being able to run the ball and also throw the ball. And again, we're still working. It's the first game with the new offense. I liked at times where we were tempo-wise. So it's just we got to get back to the drawing board and continue to get better. And again, a very good opponent in Northern Cambria. We knew this was going to be a really tough game, and it ended up being a very tough game. So we were fortunate enough to win.
It seemed like you guys put a lot of confidence in Aaron Totino, a freshman coming out. You weren't afraid to put the ball in his hands. He made the big play there at the end. Were you expecting him to have this kind of game?
We're expecting him to have that type of game, and Aaron Totino is too. He's an outstanding young talent, and we gave him the game ball at the end of the game because he basically got in some pretty good company. He's in terms of a freshman scoring a touchdown in his very first football game. He now joins Russell Markowski, Colin Smith, and now Aaron Totino as the only players that we're aware of in Ligonier history that have ever been able to do that. So he had the big catch down there, and then he had the big interception to end the game. So, sky's the limit for him.
And what do you think you learned from this game?
Well, I think I learned that we have to pay more attention to ball security in practice. We've been going up tempo. That's my fault. I've kind of let it go. Play the next play and not really hold the kids too accountable in practice. And that's going to change come Monday because you saw the result of sloppy. There was a couple that even came out afterwards. You can't have that. You got to possess that ball. You got to cover the tips. That's a big thing. The second thing too is that we just got to shore up our coverage. There was a couple times they got behind us, and we can't allow that to happen.
And were you aware that it was going to be this close tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. We expected it to be a very good football team, or a very good opponent. Northern Cambria, obviously, the coaches in the conference said that we were kind of tied for 2, and we knew it was going to be a good game. Both teams are very similar in the number of kids they have coming back. Theirs are a little bit more on the senior side. Ours are a little bit more on the junior side, and it ended up playing out exactly how we expected. So a lot of credit to them. They played a great, outstanding football game.
And what would you say your biggest strength was tonight?
I think our biggest strength was resiliency. I think our ability to overcome all of the mistakes that we made and just keep playing the next play was something that we've been harping on the kids, and they definitely showed that characteristic this evening. And for that, I'm really proud of them. I think being able to score quickly and get the defense on their heels and that up-tempo style of offense, I think, is something that we'll continue to wear bigger teams down. And that I think it kind of neutralized the field. If we would have been slow-paced, those guys probably would have gotten one of those Novocaine drives at the end of the game where they just plodded down the field and there was nothing we could do about it. And the next thing you know, they would have scored with 6 seconds to go. But I think that the fatigue probably became a factor tonight.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks, Carl.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Thank you.